What? Alan! Wow, we've never seen drama like this before. Hello, I'm Styleboy and welcome to my world. And today, I thought we would do a life update. I feel like with especially the Autistic Burnout, I shall update you on my life. So I thought we would just go and have a little chat about literally everything. I'm not kidding you, we are going from literally like mental health to Animal Crossing. Before we start, please make sure you watching, subscribe to the channel because you know you're missing out on some fun and also you are missing out on some iconicness. Yes, that was a spot, ignore it. And without further ado, let's begin. Obvious first update. My wall is now yellow and not white. So I actually have decided to remake over my room after not making it over for about, let's just say 5 years by the end of this year. So we have decided to change the gear and my room is finally changing. So we've literally got a bright yellow wall in the color Luminous Orange from Valspar. If anyone's like interested, it's such a pretty color. And we've also got cream on the walls. I've ordered some furniture. And honestly, I am so excited because I've been wanting to do my room for so long, and now that I finally get to do it, it's coming together, you know? And honestly, that excites me. My room's gonna finally reflect me, not be a literal mint green mess. I'll put all the inspiration I've got on here so you kind of have an idea of what it's going to be like. I am so excited. We shall get on to the next bit, but I feel like you need a cleaner, so I'm going to clean you guys first. Perfect. Okay, we've cleaned it. And we're in my parents' room because I thought why not. And the kind of next update is to do with COVID and my mental health. I also got a mask today. She's cute. She's from Skinny Dip. She's got peaches on it. 2017 Steph is screaming at the top of his lungs. Yes, bitch. Let's do mental health. First, the Autistic Burnout. I didn't go through that. I literally did a whole video about like, I guess like the beginning stages of it. I kind of feel like I should do a part 2 of it. So if you want to see that, it's going to be up there in the card. So make sure you do check it out. How have I been going? Rookie! I feel like I'm going through the stuff that people went through at the beginning of like, oh my God, feeling lonely. Like I've definitely felt that like recently. I know things are starting to open up, but again, literally even with like masks, they still like not weird me out, but it's like, I guess it's just the whole thing about integrating it back. Okay, so I wanted to explain this a little bit more. So I know that some people do cover their face as part of their religion, and I know that some people cover their face because of like smog and all of that, and I don't find that uncomfortable at all. And like, honestly, you do you, but I think it's more uncomfortable because it's for a pandemic and we're trying to stop it, and that makes me feel uncomfortable. But obviously I know it's for your safety, and obviously wear a mask. The more I've gone out, the more I've got used to it. It's for our safety, so wear a mask if you can. But I just wanted to explain that because I didn't mean to offend or hurt anyone by saying that. And like trying to be safe, but also trying to still like do stuff because obviously I'm going to uni by September. It's just about like, I think carrying all of that. It's been a lot to deal with in my head, and I feel like it's been a lot of mixed emotions of just like tired and stressed and kind of like panicky, if that's like the best word. And I then think with my autism, that does not help because I've been kind of feeling like I've started to notice a little bit more things where like when I'm getting like a little bit sensory overload, like literally this morning when I was working out, because I worked out with headphones instead of listening out loud, the feeling of like the wireless headphones going in my ear while working out was just like, ugh. And I guess it's also like learning about more my autistic identity a little bit more because now I've had the time to, and especially reflecting over 2019, because 2019 was particularly one of the years that I especially felt more autistic than any other year of my entire life. Reflecting, trying to learn about me more. And I feel like even with everything going on, I'm going through like changes mentally, and it's about like balancing everything, which is difficult, especially because then I'm also trying to like integrate back into society, and then it's just like, it's a mess. It's just hard. I do sometimes put a lot of pressure on myself to try and keep up with it neurotypically and try and show that, hey, I can do this. If I could do this when I was younger, I can do it now, which I've been doing so much. Like I've been comparing, which is, I know isn't healthy. I've been comparing a lot of my younger self to me now. For example, me being 16, 17, 18, and then literally comparing it to this year in particular. And it's like, how comes when I was 15, 16, I was able to, like for half terms, which are like weeks off, I used to be like, okay, 6 days in a row, like we're gonna go out, and I'll be like, yeah. And now I just find that like, I get so overwhelmed with like even going to the supermarket with my mom. Like sometimes I get really flustered, and at one point it did become a lot like sensory wise because it was just like the noises and then like me in the mask, the medical ones, and then you could feel your like breath, and that wasn't that comfortable. And then like trying to focus, it's just become very difficult. And I guess it's like trying to integrate yourself back into a pandemic of like keeping safe but still trying to do stuff. It's been a lot, basically. With quarantine, I've learned so much about me, and I'm still kind of learning for it. It's been a lot of reflecting, a lot of emotion. Oh my god, so much emotions. I feel like my emotions have like skyrocketed, and they've been like intense, and it's been a lot. I'm trying to take it one day at a time. Is anyone related to this? Like, I know that like we're near, people are calling like post-lockdown, like you can go out now, but are you still feeling like anxious, or still feeling like, hey, I don't know if I can do this, or you feel like you're pushing yourself, but like pushing yourself too far? Because that's something I've been definitely like mentally dealing with, is the idea of like pushing myself, and whether that's like healthy or whether I'm just tiring myself out, or there's been a lot in my head, as you can see. I'm just trying to take one step at a time, and again, I feel like I've definitely changed from the beginning of quarantine to now due to so many different things, and one of them I'm going to discuss like literally after. And I feel like for me, I just want to take the time to learn me again, to learn about myself. You're trying to like test the waters about who you are again, as if the world wasn't enough of testing waters, but it's just been like, it's been a lot. That's what I've been feeling. I'm just trying to take it one step at a time. I think we are going to change location because as much as I love my parents' room, I can't just stay in here forever. So let us go. We're back in my sister's room. My skin is glowing, but it's actually sweating because it's really hot today. And also, I thought we would do it in here because I think of like green, and I think of activism. So I feel like with everything going on right now within like the Black Lives Matter movement, and the treatment of like women in Turkey, and like the conversion therapy argument, and literally so many different things, there's so much going on. And I think I've learned so much recently, but starting off with the Black Lives Matter movement, I've educated myself so much, and obviously to even say that is a privilege. To educate myself about the prejudice and the oppression that black people face is such a privilege. I am a white man, and to even learn about this, that's from such a privileged position, and I do realize that. What I mean by a privilege is that I don't have to face the experience that black people face with the prejudice and the oppression. I get to read about it and learn about it, and obviously that is such a big white privilege, because at the end of the day, I'm not facing discrimination or oppression because of the color of my skin. But honestly, like, to learn about the different ways that not only black people but like Asians and people of color have been treated is horrible. Like the minority model and colorism and the way that systemic racism works. And now, especially when I notice it, especially with like the film tropes, like for example the black best friend, I see it now and I'm like, oh, okay. Not that like talking about these topics is weird. Oh my god, honestly, with people who agree with me or people who want to discuss about, I'm like, please, let's talk, let's discuss. And there's so many different things, like even like fat phobia is a thing. I really also want to discuss that. And there's so many different things, but I kind of want the balance between talking about these topics and not being like triggering or damaging to mental health, because I do kind of realize, even I face this when you just hear so much negativity, there's zero positivity out there. It just feels dark and you feel quite like alone. Obviously, I am continuing these conversations, but I really want to keep a balance. That's why I keep on like going back between like, oh my god, like a fun video and then an activism video. And this literally could be about anything. And I kind of want to say, honestly, no matter who you are, whatever you go through, just know you are valid and you are part of my community. Like that. You can join my channel. You are welcome here. No matter if you're a person of color, black, Asian, Latina, literally any. No matter if you're part of the LGBTQ community. I mean, I am too, so join the party. If you have a disability, whether it is physical or it's like you're part of the neurodiverse community, or whether you don't have one, whatever religion you are from, so whether you're Jewish, Muslim, Sikh, you believe in Buddhism, or you're a Christian, if you're a woman or a man, or you're non-binary, or you're trans, or no matter what body type you have, literally everyone is welcome here. And I want to continue talking about these topics to show you guys that you are welcome, because I feel like, again, on social media, it does kind of come off to that presence. It's like, if you don't talk about it, and it kind of makes people feel like, hey, I'm not really welcome here. And that is not what I want. And literally, I have one video in particular that I might do soon about the women that have not been nominated and about the injustice and how it kind of relates to like society. I just want to keep a balance, because also I want to make sure that I can still include fashion, and obviously talking about autism is a degree of activism. I want to show like joy and happiness, because you can show joys within communities, and that is a form of activism as well. So I want to celebrate people who are doing amazing and celebrate creators who are honestly saying it, that are part of these amazing communities that should be celebrated already. So I want to make sure it's like, makes you feel good watching it. Obviously you're educated, but in a way that you feel like, hey, I actually learned a bit. So I want to definitely try and balance that. So if you have any ideas or anything you want me to talk about, comment down below. But that's just some of the beginning for you. Well, I'm already starting to sweat in here, so I think we shall go back to my room. So let's go. So, okay, we're on my desk because I thought it'd be cute, but you are literally piling on top of a pile of CDs and books. I thought we'd be at my desk with my laptop because I thought we would do some like favorites. And one of them is Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton, what did I say to you? I love it. Ever since I watched it on Disney Plus, I am officially obsessed. This play is a masterpiece. Chef's Kiss, wow. I still listen to the soundtrack to this day. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's gonna come up in like my 2020 roundup playlist on Spotify, which by the way, if you ain't following me on Spotify, Stylish Dev, it'll be down below. And listen to The Room Where It Happened, which is my favorite song from the entire musical. One Last Time, oh my god, the vocals are iconic. Obviously the next video actually is gonna be ranking all the Hamilton songs. So if you also like Hamilton like me, please wait for the next video. Oh, YouTubers, I'm pretty sure if me and her met in real life, I mean, I would hope we're best friends, which is Kenny JD. Oh my god, her bad moves and the beats are like my favorite things to watch. Firstly, her love, lovable, and like you can't help but love because it's such like a joyful love that you're just like, hey. She's stunning. She is so beautiful, and her makeup skills, like, oh, I just love her. Like, honestly, she creates such good content. I'm actually gonna do like a video also of like Asian creators you should follow. So that will be coming up soon. On Disney Plus, there's like a Disney short also to do with autism. And I was just like, wow. And I just sat there and I was like, how are you going to represent autism way better than any autistic film or autistic TV show or whatever? Like, literally, it's called Loop. And it features a non-verbal autistic girl with a neurotypical guy. And they're literally just on like a cute camera trip. It's like 8 minutes. Like, if you have it, go and watch it. My god, it's so cute. And it makes my heart warm because it's like, it makes me just really happy to see that kind of representation on there, especially like non-verbal. It's really nice to have it. I relate to this character, again, way more than those other autistic characters in films and media. There is a couple of albums I'm definitely gonna have to re-listen to. With music, sometimes what I do is I listen to like the album one way through, and if I like it instantly, like I'll like some of my favorites, but a couple of times I'll have to go back and listen to it again. So for those albums, they are Chloe and Halle's Ungodly Hour, and the other one is Taylor Swift Folklore. I feel like that's like a good pop culture little like insert there. And then I'm gonna have to show you my final obsession, which literally is the best thing in life. So you're gonna have to come with me. Boom. Okay, so my obsession has been Animal Crossing, if you have not known. I'm obsessed with it. I literally even like watch content based on it. Oh, also there's My Little Me character. Isn't he iconic? Look at that pose. So I thought I would show you a mini island tour. So I will just set that up and we will get to that right away. Okay, oh my god, look, it's me. Look at my little character. This is my house. Oh my god, this is an island tour. It's not exactly done. Can you see the amount of flowers that are everywhere? I'm gonna show you the areas I've been working on specifically. Firstly, we have this beautiful circle pathway with cherry blossoms all around it. Oh my god, hi queen. You come up here. This is like a little cafe. Ooh, you can have like a wedding cake. Yes, you had that right. Wedding cake. Like, it's very cute. A pizza oven. You got a clay oven. Then we got some rare flowers where you can hop. I'm gonna put this sign up because this sound of the feet is amazing. Listen to this. Ah. Ah. What I've also built here is like a picnic area. So this is where you can have your picnics. I'm gonna try and grow flowers around it, and because my island decides to do this weird thing where the flowers just grow everywhere, I'm gonna just let it do its thing. Then we have another one with yellow roses, and then we have this blank area which I have no clue what it's going to include. And then you come over and this is the beginning of the residential area. We've got some beautiful flowers. Look how pretty. Oh yeah, it also have brows also. Isn't that kind of impressive? Like, when you walk down here, you kind of are approaching like roses. That's my twin sister's house. Then you walk down, you have a little private beach. Oh my god, my queen tutu. We go down here and this is my museum courtyard. So we've got some forge paintings. We have our museum, and then we have personally my favorite little bit, which is our little fun fair. And then we've also got the beach, which I think I might make this into like an outdoor restaurant kind of thingy, or mermaid theme. Then you come up here, and then my favorite little nook is this, where you can come and you can sit by the water fountain. Look how beautiful! That is what we call my island. We have technically one more thing. We'll change locations right now. So I thought I would actually share some like video ideas that I have. One of them is a black owned business haul. Your boy has been supporting some black businesses and honestly, they're great. I definitely still want to do the Asian creators yes, you should be following. There will be definitely some more autistic content, but I'm kind of like at a stump what. So if you know what autistic content you want to see, comment it down below. And just generally a mixture between like fun and discussion based and honestly just having the time of our lives. Honestly, it feels so good to film and I am so happy with this video. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and also just comment down below like just generally your update me on you know. It's like almost like, you know, when like friends meet up after a while and they're like, oh my god, I have so much gas, like that. Please like, subscribe, share, you know what to do, and I shall see you guys very, very soon. Cheers, adios, goodbye people, goodbye.